Hi, this is Orion Walker from the Solar Living Institute, giving you a quick report back from the Good Jobs, Green Jobs conference that we attended in Washington, D.C. on February 6th, 7th, and 8th, 2009. This was a great conference put on by the Blue-Green Alliance, which is a collaborative effort between the United Steelworkers and the Sierra Club. A few highlights from the conference: Leo Gerard, President of the United Steelworkers; Allison Chin, President of the Sierra Club. A whole number of congressional representatives, senators, and a few governors showed up. A few of my favorites were Lisa Jackson, the new head of the EPA, in one of her first public appearances. It was really interesting to hear what she had to say, and you'll see a few highlights from her presentation here. Also, Van Jones, of course, gave a very inspiring speech at the conference. Phil Angelides of the Apollo Alliance was also very inspiring, and Jim Hightower is always a kick to hear. So check out some of these clips and highlights, and I'll be back at the end to give a little wrap-up. Thanks for watching.
Looked at the agenda before I left the office about 12 days ago, and I carried around 2 books with me. One book was done in 1990, it's called Our Children's World. The other book was done just a few years ago called Securing Our Children's World. And I spent some time last night looking at it. In 1990, the Steelworkers Union said in our first environmental report, "We cannot protect steelworker jobs by ignoring environmental problems." In that same report we said that global warming may be the greatest single threat we face. Some have compared it to nuclear war. Our union said that in 1990.
Things don't change, so opportunities rise. Keep green for all people, not go up my time, light shine. Be so proud, speak your mind. That's when the power, move your H2O. Wait, power, organize, people power. We got that soul power, everybody shine. Be so proud, speak your mind. That's when the power, move your H2O. Wait, power, organize, people power. We got that soul power.
Your great-great-grandmother was right. She was close to the earth. She was close to the land. And somebody somewhere got a different idea, a renegade minority in Europe, because Europe was all right. So there was a renegade minority in Europe that said, we've got a better idea. We don't see this as a planet, we see it now as a plantation. And we're going to go around the world and start telling people that they're mistaken. That's not a tree, that's lumber. That's not an animal, that's a pelt. And your great-grandmother said, no, this is wrong. This is precious. This is sacred. That river is sacred. That tree is sacred. Don't mess this up. Don't destroy this. And the colonizers said, no. You're uncivilized. You're a savage. If you're in Europe, you're a witch. You're a pagan. If you're anyplace else, you're unsavage. We gotta educate you. He said, no, you can't put a price tag on this. That's what your great-grandmother said. And the colonizer said, no, we can put a price tag on everything, including you.
I want right now there's I do know about that. I better return it to you.
Really getting clear. Do you have a message name?
Now let me speak to where we go after this recovery package for just a moment, because we've got to make sure that we are focused on jobs and all that we are doing around energy independence. We've got to get this right so that the jobs are in America. We're going to be debating very important global warming legislation addressing cap and trade policies and renewable electricity standards in the near future. And in theory and in practice, these policies will promote wind and solar and electric vehicles and energy efficiency and other important changes that will lead to jobs if we do it right. You know this.
In the meantime, EPA will make a priority of its current extraordinary programs for green jobs, such as promoting green building standards and renovations, promoting Energy Star and other programs to reduce energy use, and encouraging smart development through its $669 million in brownfields grants, which to date have attracted more than $12.7 billion in private investment and helped create more than 53,000 jobs already.
Yeah, but it costs.
There is a beautiful Native American proverb which states, "How we treat one another is reflected in how we treat the earth." How we treat one another is reflected in how we treat the earth. I believe that the corollary to that is that we can usher in a whole new era in the manner in which we treat one another, and also improve the manner in which we treat the earth, to create a new tomorrow, to work today for that better tomorrow, which I submit to you is the greatest privilege we have in the title that all of us proudly hold of American citizens. Thanks very much.
So there you have some highlights from the Good Jobs, Green Jobs Conference in Washington, D.C., held February 6th, 7th, and 8th from the Solar Living Institute here in Hopland, California. And I'd just like to close with a couple of my top takeaways. First of all, in this time of economic uncertainty, I really do believe that there is reason to be optimistic. In particular, the renewable energy economy is going to be one of the main engines that helps get this economy going and helps get people back to work. In particular, energy efficiency, retrofitting all of the buildings that exist and making sure that the new buildings that are built to be more energy efficient, combined with all of the new emerging renewable energy technologies and the wind sector, is going to put us on a track of living more sustainably and creating a lot of good jobs for a lot of folks. And if you're interested in getting some of the training to help you transition your career into one of these sectors, consider taking a workshop with the Solar Living Institute. You can check out our website, www.solarliving.org, to see our list of workshops throughout the year. Thank you very much for watching.